that time again.
What time
It
is that?
is our 2 cents. Our 2 cents.
I gotta hold on.
Our 2 cents. Our 2 cents. Our 2 cents. Not attracted to wife anything.
Anything?
He ain't attracted in any way,
Oh,
shape,
wow.
or form.
Damn.
Me and my wife are both 38 years old, and we've been together 18 years and have a 10-year-old son. She's a great mother to our son and an okay housewife.
Damn.
When I met her, she was around 5'7" and about 150 pounds. Over the course of our relationship, her body has changed drastically. She has put on a lot of weight, and I'm not talking 20 or 30 pounds. She's probably tipping the scale at 300. She's been checked by doctors and has no health issues that would affect her weight gain. I've always been somewhat fit and kept up on my appearance. I walk, I bike, regular workouts 3 times a week. I've asked her to join me hundreds of times and only get the same answer. I can't. What's the point? She shows no interest at all, and I'm really starting to be worried about her long-term health. I have stuck with her through it all, but it's gotten to a point where I'm no longer attracted to her. She shows no signs of wanting to lose weight or get healthy. I'm actually considering leaving her. I feel awful about it, but I need physical and sexual attraction in my life. I guess what it comes down to is just my son, and that's why I stay.
You told this woman that you would love, honor, and cherish her in sickness and in health. Bear the weight.
I mean, you're not wrong.
You shouldn't leave her. You shouldn't, because like we always say, people are going to evolve.
And
right?
they're going to change.
And here's the thing. Your son is 10, right?
Yeah.
What you said, 10?
10.
You don't know what type of pregnancy she had. She may have had postpartum. You don't know what that
was never taken care of.
Never taken care of. You don't know what that. You don't know what the pregnancy did to her physically or mentally, right? So she could have mental blocks that she just don't see. And also it could be that maybe the way that you're engaging with her and asking her to get fit is counterproductive to what you're trying to see.
Like, he's not being encouraging, he's being judgy.
Right. And so here's the thing. It's like maybe you don't ask her to go to the gym, don't ask her to walk. You just start planning things that's going to require her to be physical.
Mm-hmm.
So plan, take her to a winery tour.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There's things that take her to an amusement park. You're going to have to walk around an amusement park. Yeah. Take her to things where she's going to have to be active, right? And not only that, talk to her and see how she's doing mentally.
Yeah.
Right? You're focusing too much. I feel like you're focusing too much on the physical. While I can understand that you may not be attracted to her because she doesn't have the appearance of what she had when you guys met, when you fell in love with her. I understand that. But you should also understand that over time, those things change. Mm-hmm. And there may become a time in your life where you're not the quote unquote fit person you see yourself to be.
Right.
So I don't think her weight gain should be a reason why you leave. I think you need to sit down with her, have an open, honest conversation, express your concerns, and maybe approach the situation differently. Make the getting back in shape fun. Make it healthy. Find the healthy alternatives in like food that still tastes good. Like there's other ways to go about it. The one thing you don't want to do is try to shame her.
Because that's not gonna.
Because when you shame her, she's not gonna move. She's just gonna close herself off.
Yeah, she's not gonna move. I love everything you said. That's nail on the head. Nail on the head. I think especially when it comes to losing weight, we just had this conversation, and this is in no way, shape, or form an excuse at all. But we just had the conversation about the differences between men and women and losing weight and how weight, fluctuates for women and how men fluctuates.
Because your hormones is crazy. I mean,
wild, diabolical.
As a man, if you just research what a woman's body goes through and just in the form of hormonal changes, you'll give them credit.
I'm just
Because
saying.
that is wild.
I'm just saying it's a lot. Like, you know, and I appreciate for him doing his own digging and not just continuously taking my word for it, because he really didn't believe me when I told him. I was like, I legit really get like one good week out of the month. Like 1 to 2, maybe 2 good weeks out of the month. And then the other 2 weeks, diabolical. So he's looking at it from the approach, well, I can get up and I can work out 3 days a week. I can hike, I can bike, I can, you know what I mean? For him, it's just like, it's a no-brainer. I've been doing this for years. But if that's also hasn't been her norm, she's not just gonna get up all of a sudden and start biking and hiking and working out 3 days a week.
I didn't even think about that, babe. If she wasn't in the gym when y'all met,
like, okay, you met her and she was 150 pounds, but what if she was just naturally at that size during that time?
Yeah.
That was just her natural size at that time. Mm-hmm. That doesn't mean she was working to maintain 150 pounds. She just so happened to be 150 pounds when you met her.
Right.
But she's never had an active lifestyle. And we all know the older we get, things start slowing down. Everything, like the same things that you used to eat react totally different to your body than it did when you were in your 20s to compare when you're in your 30s and in your 40s and so on and so forth. So there's that. The other thing you had mentioned is like, you know, the kid and the postpartum and things. One thing that I really hate when I hear people say like, oh, you know, she didn't lose weight, or I'm still carrying around the same weight from after when I gave birth, but your kid is 10. Okay, but if there was medical issues that were not addressed at that time, they could still have lingering effects. Now, I know he said that she doesn't have any health concerns or health problems right now.
Physically,
that he could probably see.
That's why I said mentally.
But like you mentioned with the postpartum, we don't know what the long-term effects of that was. Mm-hmm. We don't have all of the information, right? Now, with all that being said.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
With all that being said, I do, however, think that you also do have a responsibility to
be attractive for your partner.
For your partner, yes, right? Now, I'm not saying if he's saying that she's like 300, but when he met her, she was 150. 150 may not be her healthy weight body type at 38. You know, like maybe her being 180 or hell, I don't know, 200. We don't know what her body type is or whatever she requires or whatever, you know. But 150 may not be what would be healthy for her right now. 150
not
at
even
38,
healthy. It may not be sustainable.
It may not be sustainable. 150 at 38 is not going to look the same like it did when you met her. How long did he say they were together? Like 10 years or something like that. It's not going to look the same. It's not going to be the same, right? It sounds like he's just mainly focused just on the weight.
Yeah.
I know he mentioned that he's concerned with her long-term health. Mm-hmm. But he's really just concerned with the way the weight looks on her, and he's not attracted. And I do want to say, I don't want this to sound mean, but if he's not attracted to her, he's not necessarily wrong for feeling like he's not attracted. He's not wrong for feeling like he's not attracted to her if that's not the body that he's attracted to.
Right.
But I do think if it is something that is impacting the marriage, that she also has to start addressing it in some way, shape, or form.
Right.
Like whether even if you're just showing good faith to go on a walk with him. You know what I'm saying? Like if you don't have no intentions of getting back down to 150 and his biggest concern is that you're not even trying, I'll go on a walk with you twice a week.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Here's another thing I was thinking. Again, like you're saying, like he said that she's been looked at, right? Mm-hmm. And there's no
significant health issues. Mm-hmm.
But my thing is that you don't have a baseline, right? You don't have you don't have a baseline to what her numbers were prior to the weight. So you can't really, you just know the weight change, right? We don't know what the factors are. Like I said, and it could be, you could be over here being the most fit and shape person, and then,
but that don't mean you're healthy.
Not only that don't mean you're healthy. It also means that you may not be aware of how you're interacting with your wife. Mm-hmm. You may not be aware of the damage or the conflict you're causing within her by your choice of words. by your
Right.
demeanor.
Because she knows,
'Cause
like
she-
she knows that you don't
Right.
like the way she looks.
Right.
But you're thinking that because she knows that you don't like the
Again.
way she looks, and then when you say things like you don't even try, like
Again.
just go for a walk, take a hike or something like that, you think it would have the effect on someone to say,
Right.
you know what, I'm gonna get in the gym. But it literally does the opposite.
Like I just said about the last one. A lot of times as men, you say things expecting your woman to move a certain way, and it does not go the way you want it to go,
Mhm.
right? And to me, that is just a clear indication that you don't know your woman.
Yeah.
Because if you knew your woman, you would know what to say to get her to move the way you need her to move. So you need to actually sit down and have a heart-to-heart with your wife
Mhm.
about how she's doing. Don't mention the weight.
Yeah.
Don't mention.
Just check in with
Don't
her.
mention the level of attraction. See how she's doing.
Yeah.
Just ask her if she's okay.
Right.
Right.
And then you can talk about your concerns.
And then you can bring up your concerns. But I also want to say this. Like I said earlier, you stood across from her and said you would love, honor, and cherish to death do us part.
in
Now-
sickness
And in health, right? So now, if you're telling me that you want to walk away because with your eye,
Right.
she's not what you want to see, I would then question you and ask you, where did the love go?
No, I would question. I
What
would question
was
and
the
ask,
love-
what was the marriage based
Yeah.
on?
What
What's the foundation?
was there ever love there, or were you just enticed by her looks because she fit the mold of what you thought your woman should look like?
Well, he also
Right.
mentioned that she was an okay housewife, so maybe he's not happy with
well,
that either.
Right, that could be a problem as well.
Yeah.
Again, that's another issue that you bring to her,
Yeah.
because again, all of this could stem from how she's feeling internally,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe she needs to go somewhere where she could talk to someone and it be safe.
Yeah. I agree. I think it's all in the approach.
Yeah,
Because it's not what you say.
that's how you say it.
It literally is how you say it. You
Mhm.
could say anything. You could be talking to a person and just dogging them in front of their face. But if you do it with a smile and a soft delivery,
If you look here, if you talking to a person in their face and you want to talk shit about them, just use words with 3 or 4 syllables.
okay,
They're gonna lose it.
they gonna lose it.
They're not gonna be able to keep up.